Hello, everyone. Welcome. It's Friday on Going Optimal, and you know what that means. It's Chat Gauntlet Day. I am going to battle against viewers on MTGA Draft.Heroku app. We're going to draft there and then battle on MTGArena, as usual. MTGA Draft.Heroku app.com is a third-party website created by our friend Senryoku that allows us to basically draft in pod custom cubes. We're going to draft a custom cube in pod and play on Arena. It's pretty cool. It's not even going to cost us anything because we're playing with people who've got the collections and wild cards to already have these cards in this cube we're going to play. So maybe some of us will have to craft a couple of things here and there. But for the most part, just a few wild cards is going to let you play for free, draft for free if you leverage the power of this excellent website that we do every Friday. We have a special guest this week. Our friend Alias V has brought some of her viewers here and is going to join us for this event. We're going to start off battling Alias, and then I'm going to take on the other 6 drafters in the pod after that in a series of best of 1 games. We do best of 1 so that all these awesome participants who took some time today to help make this content, bring you some action. We want to get all of them on stream. So everybody gets to play me once and Alias V once, and there are prizes. If chat can win 4, well, they win the week. There's no prizes there except pride, the prize of pride. But if chat can find 5 wins, there's a small shopping trip to the Arena store. 6 wins is a bigger one. And 7 wins, which hasn't happened yet, as you can tell, because I still have pretty long hair here. Chat decides my next haircut. So I try very hard to get at least 1 win here. In fact, that is chat's personal best is 6 wins. They 6-win me 1 time, and I think I got my win on like the 3rd or 4th game. So it wasn't too stressful. It's not like I won the last game. But the 1-6 does show you that it's legit. If I stream to hope, for years past here, at some point, if we keep this bet going, I'm gonna lose this hair. But is it today? I don't know. I hope not. Cube always makes me nervous. I mean, it's actually one of the formats where I've done the best against chat, but it's so high variance and you can so train wreck that there's something that always makes me nervous about drafting Cube with my hair on the line. But I trust our Cube designer, David Vero, who has been maintaining an Arena Cube that we draft pretty regularly. It's a good cube. It's not just all the best stuff blindly. It's very thoughtful with supported archetypes, and I'm going to prove it to you right now. I haven't looked at the update. I have no idea what's new, but the thing with Cube is, again, if you trust the Cube designer, you can do what I'm going to do, which is believe that if I see a build around, that it's supported, and that I can just find some powerful cards and hopefully good fixing, and cast my powerful stuff ahead of you, right? That's my basic plan here. So I like doing that in Cube. You can kind of just freestyle it with Cube that way as long as you have that in mind. I also want you to keep my sponsor Card Kingdom in mind when you're thinking of purchases of the tabletop nature. Maybe you want to build this cube. Totally could. You can, in fact, they have a deck builder. Like basically, you can import a list of cards into Card Kingdom and build out a shopping cart with an upload. So like if you don't want to go, if you're like really excited about the idea of putting together your first cube and you want to do it with Card Kingdom, you can do an upload of the cube and it'll populate your shopping cart with basically suggestions. Obviously there's different versions you need to go through maybe and pick. But even in those cases, it gives you the choice. It says, well, we think this one, but you can pick one of these other versions if you want. Easily populate your entire cart with basically a full cube. Click that button and get a cube shipped to you. That easy. Please keep in mind. And if you do go there and do something like that, make sure to use my affiliate link in the panels, in the chat link there, in the YouTube show notes. All of them take you to Card Kingdom via my affiliate link, which lets them know you got there from here and helps keep me on the air. So I'm going to hop over here to left monitor. Thank you, Card Kingdom. Here's our left monitor view. This is the MTGA Draft.Heroku app website. And Hat is going to either do a ready check or presume we're ready. And when everybody says we're good to go here with the ready check, we're going to get our first pick. I am looking for cheap value, like just the preordains of cube. You know, the card quality for 1 mana type spells are but so like cheap powerful stuff, but also what are we building around? You know, so like Fatal Push is interesting as like a cheap powerful thing, but it this is at its best in heavy sacrifice decks. Like, this is so powerful in Modern because everybody's playing fetch lands, but there's no fetch lands in this cube, so it's not quite as easy to just get that CMC4. With this, we could take something really excitingly build around, like a Nicol Bolas God Pharaoh. I've got my chat over here. I'm curious what chat thinks. What else have we got? We could go Tutelage as a build around. This is, you know, the Oppo mill. You can mill them out. Try to wheel the Secret Keeper. I mean, we got 2 parts of a combo here. Yeah, interesting. Nobody in chat has an opinion. Unusual in my neck of the woods. Bolas does look like fun. I gotta make sure I got a full minute here. Bolas would be a fun place to start. Mill build around is interesting because we can probably get that Secret Keeper on the wheel. But I do, you know, Nicol Bolas is a fun place to start. David likes Outcast Wheeled Chain Wheeler. Yeah, that's interesting. Halvar says go aggro white. Yeah, I see there's like basically Grixis control build, mill build around, and red aggro seem like the best place here. Yeah, we can go Outcast, start with Outcast and see. All right, let's do that. I also like a nice simple strategy too. If I'm playing, you know, there's something very, very calming about just curve out aggro. But we don't need to marry this, although this is a nice follow-up. Rampaging Ferocidon. You know, when a card got banned because of its effect on Standard, you should take a look at it. Omnath called for if you want goofiness. Not necessarily goofiness. I mean, this is just good, right? But again, this is also heavily supported by dual lands. I don't know, or by fetch lands. And I don't know how much of that there is here. Yeah, I don't know about Omnath. I'm going to go Ferocidon or, yeah, Lovestruck Beast could be for Gruul ramp. But yeah, they do kind of go together. I don't know. We could take this and hedge, but I feel like, yeah, I just like cutting the red. I'm going to take Ferocidon and cut the red. Kind of boring here with all these sexy picks in the pack, but I like an aggro start. I don't know if Omnath is bad advice. That's a powerful Magic card right there. Well, come on, Tony. Well, first, I don't know how many fetches are in here. David, how many fetch lands are in this cube? How many? I crack this and I play 2 lands in a turn. And so, Tony, just because Omnath was good enough in Standard with 4 copies of Fabled Passage in your deck, there's only 1 in here. Here it is. Is there another one? You know, like, is this it? Yeah, it seems like the animation is new. Hazoret is a great top end for aggro red. We probably just want that here. Krenko also powerful. But I think Hazoret is less demanding, although Starnheim Unleashed. Wow, this card is bonkers. Just because it's new don't mean it's not great. Venerated Loxodon is always a pull for me into aggro white as well. Lyra, super powerful. We have the counter to Lyra in some ways with the Ferocidon. But I think with where we've started, you know, we went down this path. The cards are here for it. I think Hazoret and Ferocidon are pretty big payoffs for this. Maybe we add a little black for Angrath around the way. And yeah, we can we could hedge towards white, though. I just like cutting the red. I think if we cut the red aggro and take these good picks, then I think we get rewarded. I'm going to do that. This is hard. It's tough. It's cube. Everything looks amazing, right? It's all amazing. It's all incredible stuff, which is what makes the draft so interesting, fun, and challenging, really. But I feel like we are a little, like these are powerful, but quote, expensive for aggressive red decks. We'll see if we want to add a color here, if we want to bail towards something else. But I think these are good enough. I mean, stick to the plan, you know? Yeah, carry. Surprisingly annoying on 2, on the play especially. So yeah, gonna be fun, police looks like. Yep, I love Creator Maker as well. Solid. We'll know pretty quick how we're doing in games with a deck like this. Either we're running them over or they're stabilizing and we're going, uh-oh. Of course, the card I really want to see when I see myself getting into heavy / mono red is Embercleave. That's the king of the red cards, in my opinion, in Cube. Which says something about recent power level. Because, I mean, I'm talking like vintage Cube, it would be up there for me. Direfleet Daredevil is the only monocolored red card left. We have a colorless Solemn Simulacrum that, you know, we could play, and but it's not very aggro red. It's more long game control. Yeah, Daredevil is fine, but we may be competing, like, we may be not the only red drafter here. For sure. If so, Pack 2 should be quite the hookup. Yeah, this is just going to be better for us than Solemn, so we're going to take it. Could still add a second color to this, but obviously we've planted our flag in red, and we are definitely playing red. We can't really back out of red now and have a good enough deck in the format, I think. Yeah, Thief is a great card. Need to find some removal. What is this? Anti-gain life. Seems better if I had a sideboard. Hour of Devastation. Not really what this deck is trying to do. Take a Pack Rat. And if we add a little black... Really, you think this is good enough? But it's like, you have to activate it to do that. I don't like this. Has this been doing well for people, David, in this cube? Like, or did you position this as a sideboard type of card? Yeah, Aerial Responder also speaks to me, but the double white has me concerned. I want to be heavy, heavy red with maybe a touch of something. I feel like it's not good enough unless I have... If I was best of 3, I would be interested in this, because then the can't gain life clause is super relevant, because you can target who you're bringing it in against. I'm going to go with the Pack Rat over the Kraken. There was a suggestion of Kraken on the go wide, but I like the Pack Rat here. And here's a Beetleback Chief to help with go wide. Nothing else for this deck. Plague Crafter maybe, but Chief is fine. Math like to hedge to green there. totally fair. Pack Rat is just absurdly powerful, though. So, I mean, I like taking... If I'm going to hedge to a second color, how about the card that says, if they don't kill this immediately, you win? You know, like, it doesn't say exactly that, but you know what I mean. This card can suddenly end a game that looked interesting for a minute. And we might have missed our lane in our rush to police the fun. But I think we'll have a reasonable deck. I hope to get hooked up with red in pack 2, since it does feel like maybe somebody a couple seats upstream is red. Like, let's see, we are, where are we? We're getting past 2. I'm curious if Soski or the Opalist or Zealous Thoughts is in the red deck. Here we can take a Crypt for the possible black splash that we are working on, or Heroic Reinforcements as a possible different direction for the deck entirely. Interesting, because, you know, if we do end up playing the Pack Rat, we really want these duels. But Heroic Reinforcements would be great in a go wide sitch, especially like we might wheel the Krenko. So the possibility of wheeling Krenko, yeah, which land is better, right? That's an interesting question. I'm going to take the Blood Crypt to go with the potential splash that we already have. That was a tough call, but it did it. Oh, and here we got a Chain Whirler back, and we're going to take that. And then it was, I guess, the next pack that might have the... we might wheel a Krenko, potentially. And this being here is really nice. It suggests that while there may be other red drafters, there's unlikely a heavy red drafter, or else they would take this Chain Whirler out of this pack. And I liked the Crypt for exactly things like the Chain Whirler. Now, Crypt on turn 1 doesn't prevent us from casting a Chain Whirler on 3, while still allowing us to cast a Pack Rat on 5. Although, if we had the flip land, we'd have to set it to red in order to get our turn 3 Chain Whirler. Devil's Play is fine, but Chain Whirler is higher priority to me. And we can take a Field of Ruin here. Could be useful against certain strategies. Greedy colors / powerful lands. Yep, that's one of the fetches. Need some interaction here. All of our stuff is creatures. I mean, Chain Whirler interacts with tiny stuff, but where's our burn, right? I need some burn here. We did wheel the Angrath. Looks like we did not wheel the Krenko. But Angrath, the Blood Crypt, and the Pack Rat, I'm liking the little touch of black here. Thrag Tusk is our enemy, unless we got a Ferocidon down. Oh, I got more than a touch these days. Well, I guess Cloud Blazers, let's deny some value there. Conjecture Cloud Blazer, like corner turners for potential opponents, or maybe even Servo Exhibition would be good against us with a double blocker. Oh, I know what you were thinking, and I was just thinking about my own touches of gray. Speaking of one-hit wonders, right? Grateful Dead, one-hit wonders. I doubt we're backing up into blue. I like actually cutting a trophy. I mean, literally, they had one hit, that's all. Technically. So if your dad is a deadhead, it explains the Bowie tickets a lot. Royal Eruption is some of that interaction I was talking about. I think it's the pick here. I mean, we got Arnie. We could gack a Golo, so we don't have to deal with that. But we'll let somebody else have some big fun today, and we'll just try to keep them in check. You like Arnie math? I think I'd happily play Arnie, but, you know, I'm curious if Arnie wheels. It feels like it's just kind of for us unless somebody else is doing our thing. Dream Trawler hasn't historically been in the cube. We have the designer here, Shen. So David, Shen says ew about Dream Trawler. What, you want to talk to your decision to include it this time? I don't mind it. I mean, hey, give white blue a thing to win with. I mean, it's cube, man. It's kind of nerve-wracking to draft the Fun Police deck in the face of this. Like, I'm picking deal 3 while I'm passing Golos and Dream Trawler and Night Pack Ambusher and Beanstalk Giant, right? Like, whoo, there's some power here. I mean, the cube has Wraths, right? So you can always Wrath it. I haven't seen any target player sacks yet, but that could happen. Are we bold enough to try and wheel Judith or Valky? Is Valky even a card for us? I mean, technically it's in our colors. And a 2-drop is not uncastable. But Judith is better for what we're up to. And then Banneret, Instigator, and Runner are cards I want just for curve considerations. So yeah, if we take a black card, I think we take Judith. My question is, can we wheel Judith? I don't think the table wants this card. I think we're the only ones who do. I think we can take Banneret, which I think is the best of these 3 narrow, like, I want a 1-drop, and I think the 1-drop that we can cast on 1 is better than the 1-drop that we can't, really. So I'm going to risk it for said biscuit. Granja says, you're taking too much of a risk. I'm going to say, with Ongrath wheeling, she's gonna. I believe, chat. I believe. That's fair. Mike says, take Judith because you're going to get one of the other ones on the way back. It's true. But also, I feel like if we don't get Judith, we'll get one of these on the way back, too, and it won't be a disaster. Just high risk. Hell Rider. Hell yeah.
Come on, Berserker. Girls think sexy.
Like a truck berserker.
Sorry. Too many memes. I was trying to give you this one.
Behold! Behold! Whoa! Hell yes, whoa!
For the hell yeah. Hell yeah, Hell Rider. Get in our deck. Now let me turn that off so it doesn't happen again. Oh, except I moved the scene so I can't. So it'll probably happen again. You're going to get hell yeah again when I move it back. We'll just take this, though. Hey! Hell to the hell yeah! Fun Police in effect. Pick 4, Embercleave me up.
Behold! Behold! Whoa! Hell yes, whoa!
Whoa. Yeah. Leave Dream Trawler stranded in their hand. Yeah, sorry. We're waiting for a pick, though, so there's nothing going on there. I'll get you back. Hooray, Tron! The seniors in my life are all double vaccinated. The teachers in my life are getting there. The medical professionals in my life are already there. And starting to eye when I'll be in line. More good stuff in red. We have a Chandra Torch of Defiance, and we just have straight up Lightning Strike. And Rekindling Phoenix is a beast to deal with. Just comes back again and again and again. So we would love any of these. I kind of remind myself of what Chandra does. Chandra is 4 mana, exile to the top, may cast that card. If you don't, deals 2. You can add to deal 4 damage to target creature. These are all interesting. I kind of almost just want the Lightning Strike. Again, we just don't have a lot of interaction. But really, Chandra is a Lightning Strike and then does some stuff after. She just costs double. You think, well, I think we take one of the 4s and see if we wheel one of these two. Yeah, so I'll take Chandra because she is kind of the hybrid of these two, which is to say removal plus just a really difficult to deal with threat, right? David says take the non-4 and take whatever comes back, but these, maybe. Yeah, Nahiri feels like the worst of them, though. I mean, maybe. Yeah, I don't think we're getting Strike on the wheel, but I'll take the Phoenix, whatever. I think that's fine. Oh, now this is a pick. This is one of the great aggro red cards, but honestly, it's at its best when you are hyper low curve. The idea is to just spew cards off the top of your library with Frenzy, and we're a little bit higher curve than that. Anax is an answer to Wraths and Incredible with Embercleave. So I'm going to take Anax over Frenzy because of the current makeup of the deck. If we were just mono 1s and 2s, I think Frenzy would be better. But with the exact nature of our curve and having something like Embercleave, yeah, we'll take Anax. The Wrath protection is just so, it feels so good to drop Anax and be like, what you gonna do, white deck? You gonna blow everything up? Okay. Fire Prophecy leaps out at me over Intimidator. I would like an Intimidator. That's a great card, but I think we need some interaction here over 2-drop aggro creature. Foundry, worth noting, but we are pretty cleanly splashing black if we're splashing. At this point, we might just cut the black splash. And closing in on whether we get our Judith back. You think we're getting Judy? Oh yeah, I wasn't worried about a 6/6. I just don't think that's for us. Scott has been on no Judy the whole time. I think if Judy is not there, I don't think we're going to face her. I think somebody took her from us. You know what I'm saying? I don't think anybody else is red-black that would use a Judith here. Like, somebody might be red-black from playing Nicol Bolas or something like that, you know? Another fascinating pick. I think Bomat Courier or, like... Siege Gang Commander leaps out, right? But Bomat Courier is a 1-drop, and we kind of need that. And it's a really powerful one. But look at these. Look at what we're passing. We're in the right place, it looks like. Yeah, I love a Siege Gang, but I just don't think we can do that. I think we need... And Young Pyromancer is interesting too, but we're not quite spell heavy enough for that. This is kind of more combo-y, so I do think it's Courier or Shock, and I'm going to take Courier. Rocket, what is the deal, buddy? We're all going to be fine. Doggy friend. Dream Trawler we could steal from somebody. I'm almost sad that Golos is still here. Like, look at this. Night Pack Ambusher, Golos, and Dream Trawler all still here. Yeah, we're going to take Arnie, although there's something... There's almost an argument for, like, let's take the Dream Trawler. But no, Arnie's fine. And if nobody took the Golos first time around, I doubt it's going to be played. All right, here it comes. Judy or not? I was going to pull it, but I don't really have enough time. Judy or not? I say yes. Judy is coming for us right now. Go! Scott was right. But as I did say, at least our fallback plan doesn't suck. The question is it Instigator or Runner? With our Hellrider, I think I like the Instigator, although it's somewhat of a non-bow with the Ferocidon. You like the Runner? Yeah, but I'm not in doubt. I think this is better for us. I'm going to take the Instigator. Yeah, Arch, we can look at our colorless color. If we're going to be mostly mono red, we are the deck that can play these tap for colorless type lands better, like a Ghost Quarter, for example. We'll do that. Get a couple of land destruction effects. Ones are harder to get than twos, but I felt it was, to me, with the other things going on in the deck, the one that I wanted. I think Hellrider especially. Hellrider and Embercleave both love going wider. Now we're kind of like just playing D. Rise is somewhat of a anti-Wrath effect too that we could splash. I'll consider this. I don't know if we run it. This would be nice in best of 3, where when you were playing against sweepers and had the black splash capability, you could bring this in as additional protection. Like, imagine they finally just say, you know what, I have to do it anyway. I'm going to blow up the world, despite the fact that you have Annex out. And then they blow up the world, and Annex triggers, and then you trigger Rise as well. That would be amazing. Phoenix comes back. We were hoping for that. We are pretty stacked here. Might have to decide not to play all these 4s. We expected the Phoenix bet. Like, that was the thinking. Somebody had said, you know, I think it was David even, say take the Lightning Strike because you'll get Chandra or the Phoenix back. So would you have Lightning Strike for Phoenix? You know, I don't know. Don't think we're playing that. Yeah, Beetleback Chief is probably the weakest card here, but again, it does work with both Ferocidon and Hellrider and Embercleave. Or not, it doesn't work. It's actually a non-bow with Ferocidon. Sorry, I mean Hellrider and Embercleave is what I was on about. Here, Scorch Spitter, pretty boring, but what else is this deck taking? I mean, Black Blade Reforged. I mean, we could consider it. We're probably the only deck that wants a Scorch Spitter. I bet this is going to wheel. But I've said that and been wrong, so also could... Yeah, I think you're right. Like, I was looking to check to see what kind of legends we have, right? We have Arnie and Annex that can wear it, but that's... And Hazaret. Interesting that Hazaret doesn't... Oh, this is not the... Because we're not online. Anyway, Hazaret also wears it, but Scorch Spitter's fine. But what what aggro 1-drops didn't wheel? I mean, we didn't wheel some... We didn't wheel Judith. And we didn't wheel Lightning Strike or whatever, but I don't remember missing on aggro 1-drops, per se. Triome is fixing for the black. Channeler is a 2-drop in our colors, but not really doing what we are trying to do. I don't think so, Math, but what are you taking from this pack and why, then? You want to take Doomscar to get it out of the hands of Oppos? I mean, I'm just never running this. Like, why would we run this? I just don't think we have the instants and sorceries to make this good. And Thrill, well, I might run it, is not really in this cube to go into aggro red. It's here to be the control-y, more long game style of red. So I think Triome... Yeah, I mean, I guess you could just take this for the tap effect. That's being called, like, you might never make it a 4/4, but are you happy enough with discard a card, exile 2, and play one of them? Maybe it's good enough for that. But I'm going to take the Triome. I don't know if we're doing any black yet, but certainly a second dual land for black gives us with that option. Gives us that option. So I'm going to do it. Take that. We'll see what wheels. Glorybringer leaps out. We are, again, pretty stacked at the high end. But Glorybringer, and we can be a little bit more of a top-end style aggro. But yeah, it's too good, right? What are you going to do? Not take Glorybringer? What are we taking if not? Ugin? We can hate Ugin. We're not playing... This isn't a Saheeli deck. My problem with this pack is we have nothing to wheel. Yeah, you might be right, Tron, which makes me sad, because now I would love to trade Chandra for just a Lightning Strike. I think David was right on that pick in the end. But frankly, it's just because we have found enough of an open color that our options are pretty great. If we had not found a lot of powerful options, we might be really happy to have a Chandra still. Immortal Sun... Could be a top end, although I don't think we're really trying to do 6. 10 Street Dodgers, a 1-drop. It's on plan. It's doing the thing. We can just take it and run it. But yeah, we want, quote, one interaction, but there's not much of it here. We can take Karn, but what's Karn doing? Karn just kind of draws cards. I'll just go the Dodger. It's what we're doing, right? Yeah, feed is interesting. We are threatening the black, but I still think we're probably mono red. That's why I didn't take the feed. I'm just hoping Embercleave saves my hair today. Y'all can go 6-1, we'll go shopping, but give me one stupid, cheesy Embercleave win to prevent a haircut. And I promise to be low saline content, no matter how it plays out. Sarkhan, the Masterless. I don't know if we're playing that Crash Through as some, I don't know if we're playing that either. Crucible is somewhat interesting, given our Ghost Quarter and Field of Ruin. But I don't think we're trying to do that thing. Reaper is another, Wrath protection. No, we have the dragon making 1-drop. But yeah, Reaper is interesting. Sarkhan, we playing Sarkhan if we take it. And we do have other we have the Glorybringer. But Reaper for the aggro, Rise, Reaper, and Axe for Wrath protection is really interesting. Yeah, I might not play the Rise, but I'll take the Reaper. I think the quality is there, and I don't think we need a Sarkhan. Yeah, we have that job. That job is filled, Mike. And not that we couldn't hire two for the position, but we do have a Glorybringer. I know it, and they're a pair. You know, Sarkhan wants to work alongside Glorybringer. They're best office buds. But this Thriving Bluff would help with the potential black splash. But so Shieldbreaker is just a good insertion here. We get some artifact hate and a creature. Haj wants the Mind Stone. I do dig a Mind Stone. Why a Mind Stone, though? It's not really what we want to be doing on 2 in an aggro deck, is it? I mean, sure, ramping to 4 for us is all right. But I want to be doing creature stuff early. I'm going to take the Shieldbreaker. Mindstone isn't bad, and I would play it, but I still like the pick. I like having some artifact hate. So many good artifacts here. And we're not playing all of this high end yet. We're going to figure it out, what actually gets played. I'm probably not doing that. Chandra Acolyte. Over nothing. Calling out that this Chandra is good with Cleave because it makes free 2 free attackers, which is basically a 2 mana discount on your Ember Cleave. Turns out Ember Cleave is good with mountains and creatures. Anger of the Gods is what people want to use against us, especially, like, we might even want to hate this. It's like that bad against it. It's that bad for us to see because it, like, all of our anti-wrath stuff doesn't work against anger. But I don't know if people are maining it, if it's making it this far anyway. We can just take the Cavalier, but also are we doing this? Maybe this is our... We cut Angrath and we play Glorybringer and the Cavalier and it's fine. I don't know, David. It's either take the Cavalier because we might, or we take the anger because we don't want to face it. I'm going to take the might over the don't want to face. If somebody picks us up and destroys us with it, we'll tip the cap. If it costs me my hair, that would be some tasty irony. We'll Black Blade here. But I don't think we're running that. I don't think... although we have Kari Zev, I mean, maybe we have the density of legends to actually run the Black Blade. It's just that it also looks at land count, which is not really what we're trying to do in an aggro deck. This is a higher curve one, though, so we are going to try to have 5 lands in play and so on. Platinum Angel is rough, but we do have some ways to deal with it in the deck. This could be a hate pick, like Biogenic Ooze is pretty good against us. Primal Might could be pretty good against us. I don't think I want to Thrill in this deck, so I'm just going to take the Ooze, so we don't lose to the Ooze. Mentor. Really surprised to see this here. I like a good green-white counters deck, but maybe nobody just ended up here. That happens. I'm also surprised to see Shark Typhoon. I guess blue was just wide open. I think we passed the Mentor because it looks like nobody's in this. Whereas, gosh, anybody playing Islands should be running the Shark Typhoon. So I'm going to take that out of the pack. Yeah, blue red was there. I like our deck though. Immortal Sun, I guess I'll take that as a hate card, or the Golden Egg. Immortal Sun, we are going to run some Planeswalkers here, so that's why I want to take that away from Oppos. Sarkhan comes back anyway. And we got big decisions now. I'm going to cut the lands just so we understand how many we're trying to cut. Probably just want to cut the black and stay hyper solid in our core colors. I don't think we need either of these. And yeah, so now we have some of this potential black splash, maybe even just for like the Midnight Reaper. You could still consider running these, I suppose. We'll put Pack Rat and Midnight Reaper in as considerations. I could use a quick bio break before we get into the serious action, though. So apologies to Alias if she's ends up waiting on me, but I'm going to be right back, and you're going to think about cuts. Are we trying to trim the black and be mono red? Are we trying to trim less exciting one drops and just embrace our mid-rangey mono redness, or do we want to cut some of our top end and lean as much as we can into the early aggro, into the Hellrider Hazaret type plan? Because Hazaret wants you to dump your hand, and these are running against that plan, right? So we've got some non-boish stuff going on here, and we need to pick our direction and decide. So are we playing black? And yes or no? And are we leaning to the more mid-rangey side or more aggro side in terms of our cuts? That's what you should be considering, and I'll be back right quick. Hang tight. Hey, gang. Thanks for waiting. Yeah, I do like cutting the black. I think that's correct. And then really we just need one cut from there to have a 16 lander, which I think I want given the lowish curve. And yeah, I like cutting Cavalier or Sarkhan, but I think Cavalier might be better. We could go 17 though. I like the Beetleback Chief as a cut. Sarkhan or Cav. Yeah, there are some dragon stuff going on. That's true. They both have some support. Like Cavalier supports the go wide. Sarkhan supports the dragons. Maybe just cut the Chief though, as a starting point. And then 16 or 17. Could even keep both of these and cut our least impressive one. You know, again, kind of embrace the higher end. And be 17 land to boot. Helps with the outcast too. Yeah, Dodger probably our worst one, right? Although unblockability might even be better than the Scorch Spitter to have eventual unblockability. Like, at least on turn 10, this can actually end a game over a couple of turns, where Scorch Spitter can get in one final throw, and then... yeah, that's true. We're trying to finish the game elsewhere, but, you know, you never know what you're trying to finish the game with. I just feel like if we're trying to talk about which of the ones to cut, I'm just thinking of those through. So, all right, I'll cut it. It's close, though, on which of those. And then I do like, yeah, 17 land, embrace our upper end a little bit, be a little bit more of a mid-range style aggro, aggressive red deck. Yeah, that's what I was looking at. Spitter and Dodger were on the chopping block for final cut. And I'm going to take the Dodger out. And we can run Field of Ruin, and Ghost Quarter. I don't want to Triome, though. But we can run... Field of Ruin and Ghost Quarter do work against a turn 3 Chain Whirler. So you can think like these are free, but they're not, to the point that maybe even we only just run one. But as a monocolored deck, I think we can handle 15 mountains and a couple of nons. So let's do that. Let's export to Arena. Hop over to this view. Well, I think our deck is pretty solid. It's going to do what it does, and if Oppo is not ready for it, it should be good for us. Oppo turns the corner. Could be rough. Oh, what does it not like? It's got something it didn't like in there. It didn't like Torch of Defiance. So what happens if I try it without that? Bomat Courier? What? Oh, okay, I'll try a different... Let's try a different export. Oh, it's probably like doing type. Yeah. I just did the wrong export. Thank you. Simple. Huh, it's always worked before, so I always just click instinctively export deck to MTGA, but I can see how simple is going to work better. I see. The non-simple is the feature ad. We're never running Vault, so I'm not going to craft it. How do I not have Ongrath on this account? It seems literally like, what? And why? Oh, I hate... Fix that, Wizards. Trying to mess with the sideboard in this. Yeah, I guess this account, I guess I was playing, like, yeah, when Ixalan was around, I was still playing on my paid account. That makes some sense. Somehow I was thinking this was a War of the Spark card, though. That's what confused me. I thought I had all of War of the Spark, but this is, in fact, yeah, I actually drafted this thinking it was the War of the Spark Ongroth. So there you go. There's that. Yeah, let me get out of your way. Thank you. Everything else we got in the board, so then I'm just going to craft the main deck. And I think we had some land redemption, right? Lotus Sleeves and Mirage. And what meme did you want, Foil King, in your Puppet for Mama? Is there a puppet meme? I don't know. Anyway, let's see. We got Badink. Help me with a deck name, too. Got to come up with a good deck name. You can tell Alias we're getting close here. Not only Mirage lands, the best Mirage land. Avon Mountain. And hands up. We're the fun police. Get your hands up. Get your hands up right now. Thank you for that sub, Mooch. Appreciate it so much. Actually, I might as well... I don't know if am I buddies with Alias yet? Maybe not. Maybe so, though. Didn't we play on one of those events? What's Alias's username here? Are we buddies yet? Almost ready to cube draft. And then seriously, somebody get me Alias's or maybe you already did and I need to find it in my notes. Sorry, let me go look. I have notes, everybody. I'm not looking at them. Yeah, I do have Alias's deets. I just didn't put them in yet. Thanks, Hat. All right, friend limit reached. Sorry, checks. We'll get you back later. Oh, dealer's choice. Yeah, I'll get you a meme in a minute here. Did that work? I'm going to do the relog. Almost always works to relog. Tell Alias, sorry, be right there. Relogging to fix this. And I guess while I'm doing this, I can also put today's deck up on Stream Deck. That'll help. Let people find it. All right, I'm still not seeing Alias V on my buddies list, but I will do it this way. 40 card, best of 1. There we go. This'll work. Should work. All right, and also, now we have the deck list here if you want to check it out. Oh, maybe I need to accept in here. I don't know. Keep an eye on Alias and let me know if I need to back out of this. Okay, yeah, I'll back out of this then. Oh, I know those feels. So yeah, maybe that's it. She needs to, oh, there, it shows up as busy, but just down on the list. Got it. All right, well, here we go. This should work. 40 card, best of 1. This is it. All right. Here we go. Good luck, Alias. We got a reasonable curve building here. Hopefully there's something to pick off on 2, but I'm going to keep this. Ooh, something better to do on 2. That's fine. Don't you be playing no creatures now. Ah, that's all right. I might attack into that. If Alias wants to trade off her Paradise Druid, I'm down. So this doesn't have haste, though, so I don't need to cast that first. And we'll make the offer. A little stuck on 4s here, but if Alias goes for a 4-drop or, you know, taps Paradise Druid, we can pick it off with the Eruption. But if Alias comes up with something killable, like, yeah, Guardian Project, not killable, but I think this is fine, though. We can now Erupt on the Druid, and next turn we have Hellrider or Phoenix. Great. Where is it? Where is it? Might leave the Outcast out of this next attack, but we can still ship Hellrider and carry Zev. Can even send the Dragon Master Outcast if she wants to trade for it. That's probably okay, but I think we'll just wait for it to make dragons in a late game if needed here. Unless we find a 1-drop, we're not going to be able to attack with Hazoret next turn, but we could. Be neat if we found a 1-drop and went Mountain 1-drop Hazoret swing. Really, if Alias can't answer the Hellrider, though, it's going to be tough, tough, tough here. Interesting, went with the Outrider because of Alias didn't have the power to get rid of the Hellrider. Yeah, Beaumont Courier would have been perfect. Instead, we'll go Phoenix and look to Hazoret next turn. but we can attack first here. Karizev has Menace. Alias can double block and trade the 1/1 for Karizev, so we could even wait on... oh yeah, first strike, sorry. No, so we get to pick off this and then it's not enough. Yeah, okay, so we can just swing away. Right, first strike. I know what first strike does, shut up. Hazaret can't use the ability yet, though. We can't Hazaret and activate, right? So that's why. Yeah, doubling Hellrider is okay, though. Like, if Hellrider gets doubled and she loses her board and we still have Karizev and a Rekindling Phoenix and a Hazaret behind, that's fine. And Phoenix is just a great play here because Phoenix requires exile or 2 answers. So Alias needs to answer the Phoenix and the elemental token that results from its death, or we basically get to attack back with the Phoenix next turn. Hopefully Alias is struggling to find a line and talking with her chat about the inevitability of my win. That's a good sign for us. Oh, I didn't know what you're talking... I thought that's what you were saying. What I heard was, why not play and activate Hazaret? So that's why I said what I said. All right.
I do my hair toss, check my nails. Baby, how you feeling?
Whew. Fun police, make an arrest. Alias V, you are wanted for threatening to cast an Ugin. Get in jail. Yeah, that's the nature of this. We're trying to get him dead before they turn the corner on some monstrous effect, right? Whew! All right, love to start with safe hair. Got to tell you, we can go 0-6 from here. That's fine. Everybody, crush me, and I will go brush my hair. Good game, Alias. Street Rach. Let's go. My sister's name is Rachel. If that's what Rach stands for here, which would be my guess. Best of 140. All right. Paging Street Rach. Street Rach. Aisle 3. Here we go. Solid 2-3. We'll see what develops from there. I'd love to find something else to do on 2. Perfect use of Dire Street Daredevil is, you know, getting something of theirs on turn 4 or 5 or whatever, but if we don't have any other plays, we're not going to turn down a 2/1 first strike on the turn 2. Fire Prophecy could be an alternative if Street Rage comes up with something that we got to kill. Nope, so Daredevil it is. Getting our lands up for the Cav, though. I like that. Might pitch one to Fire Prophecy, though. I'm going to Ferocidon ahead of attacks in case they do some life gain style removal that I'm not sure of. Of course, if it's instant speed, they do it in response now. But whatever, just because this could die through some sort of life gain, figured I'd throw it out there. Yeah, Ferocidon looks like it could be quite powerful against this deck if they are indeed going full-on life gain rewards. But then just comes Ferocidon is must kill, and that's doable. Gaunty, always annoying. The tricky part of Gaunty, or the really nasty part, is you don't even know what it is. Gaunty got something, we don't even know what it is. But we do get to Fire Prophecy out of the way here, pitch one of these mountains, and still have our 5th left for Cavalier. We could also just send in an Embercleave here if they block. So we'll start with an attack, because if they want to block, we can cleave. Might even just do that anyway. I guess we, you know, cleave while the cleaving's good. But certainly, if a block happens, yeah, we got to cleave here. Gaunty not living anyway, apparently. Pack 1, pick 1 was Dragon Master Outcast. And then pick 2 was Ferocidon. We really kind of moved into red deck wins pretty early. There we go. So now Dawnbringer not going to gain them life, and Double Strike is going to trade if they block the Daredevil. So we're happy to trade off the Daredevil for the Dawnbringer, and Ferocidon has Menace and gets through. But yeah, we can go ahead and annex first. Yeah, Fire Prophecy means we can even eat it. So regardless, annex into attacks here is great. Yeah, Lyra does have first strike, so but we get to Fire Prophecy and it works. No eating, but we trade. Worth it. This isn't particularly fair. But if they, even if they Wrath, this is where Anax is so powerful. Wrath into hook up Embercleave on a token and we still win. Yeah, we have a lot that's technically a non-bow with Ferocidon when we're going wide a bit, but yeah, I just don't think that's going to do it, right? We get counters out of it. We can still hook up. Oh, wow, we can go Chain Whirler, Embercleave. And then it's a must block on the Annex. Might even not matter. Annex might be so big, it's just like wins. Yeah, I think the trample is enough.
my hair toss, check my nails. Baby, how you feeling?
Good game, Rach. Or perhaps thanks for the game, Rach. Next up, Low Dash. Another of our new friends. First Gauntlet. Best of 1 40 card, yes. Right? Our Magic Star is our repeat player. Everybody else is new. All right, on the play with Courier. We don't have a 2, which is unfortunate, but Courier with Acolyte and Hellrider is too good to pass here. We just would love, love, love to find something to do on 2 off the top. One-time dealer. 2-drop on the top. Yeah, it is. Magic God's laughing at me. 2-drop that I can't really play here. Ha ha, we gave you what we wanted, Ryan. That's all right, I still like where we're at here. If Low Dash can't come up with pressure for Chandra, we're going to be in great shape. So let's see if Low Dash finds pressure. Ah, there you go. In fact, we almost hated that from the pack. We hated something else instead. But funny that this ended up getting there. You would have roiled Face? That's interesting. That's fair. Now I like roiling the Mentor, though. So that's super interesting, but we do get the play you were talking about next turn, Haj. So they might get an elf out of the perfect here. We could even attack with the Courier and say, I dare you, but I'm just going to play Hellrider and get in with that. And then next turn we have Chandra minus cast Royal Eruption. And then then soon after that, we can cash in the Courier if they don't kill it before then. If they do go to kill the Courier, well, now we don't have the mana, but like it's an interesting question with 3 cards whether you cash them in or not. Shalai, Voice of Plenty, makes that a little tougher, but we can... I do like... With the Royal Eruption, I think we play the Mountain... I want to play Chandra after combat, but we might activate Courier. Yeah, we could Cav here. And discard draw. I think I just like... Yeah, Cav and pass sets up some interesting options for next turn, doesn't it? This could get out of hand... But they're not at mana for it to get out of hand quite yet. And Daredevil may be underwhelming here. I think we could probably swap the Daredevil out, given that Oppo is not giving us anything to go get with it and doesn't attack well. So let's send that away, but we want to keep Chandra. Dragon tangles with Shalai before 6 mana, at least. If this is a pretty good red deck, if it's missing anything, it's missing like 4+ damage type effects. We're playing 17 because we actually have some top end we're trying to hit.
Together, we will prevail. Harness the elements.
One of the more powerful cards printed in the last handful of years. So let's see. What do we do about that? Cavalier with 6 allows us to pump 3 times. All of these can become 4. Like, even the Courier can become 4 power. But at the cost of being able to activate it. It's only 3 power if we want to cash it in. And Acolyte gets Royal Eruption for 5/6, so that leaves us with 1. No pumps if we do that. Sarkhan can't create and attack. And this thing is going to get super big. Yeah, so like we really need to pressure, we need to put on the pressure this turn. So I think we go ahead and risk Courier with like no, like Courier might not get us any cards, but we need to pressure, Nissa now. And I'm going to do that. Hellrider says the player or Planeswalker's attacking. So yeah, we can wreck Nissa pretty good here. They need to block basically everything or Nissa's dead. So let's start there. What has Menace? I don't see any Menace, but we'll still see what they want to do. This is for math.
Oh no, please! I can't read your crazy moon language!
I mean, I read successfully every time, so I don't know why you can't.
I must go.
So, interesting stuff. I like Sarkhan the Masterless, potentially cash in Bomat Courier. If they come at Sarkhan, I think we treat Sarkhan as a dragon token, and if it lives, great. You know? And then we have even a Bomat Courier activation. I mean, it's just a 4/4 dragon, so Sarkhan may get attacked to death or whatever, but that's all right. We paid 5. We got a 4/4 dragon. We get something for them to worry about, and we get the Bomat Courier up as well. Do we just cash this in and give up the Chandra, or do we wait and try to cast the Chandra, the next thing, and cash in the Bomat after we attack? Chandra doesn't do much, you say, but we do have Hellrider, which Chandra loves. But also what Chandra does is lets us replay our Royal Eruption, which could take out something important if we can get rid of Shalai. All right, so it's a fight. What are they going to fight? Cavalier is a trade. Dragon is a kill. Courier is a cash it in. Hellrider is just thank you for your service. Yeah, although what I like is that we can attack in Shalai, chump something, Courier, whatever, and then we Acolyte from there. Cavalier is making this real. I think I'm going to be greedy here. because we have Chandra Bomat Courier attack next turn. It's so much more. It's so many more cards. I love it. I'm going to do that. Or we can just cleave our way to victory, easy peasy. Watch out for Kogla, though. Whenever it attacks, destroy target artifact or enchantment. So let's see. We can go... Yeah, we can do it all, right? So let's go... you become a dragon. You make some 1/1s.
Living in a monastery full of firebrands? It's awesome.
Swing with everything, cleave, and activate Courier. If they put Ape on Cavalier, we might go there with it. Let's see where the blocks end up here. With a clean trade for the Ape, I just like letting that happen and cleaving up Sarkhan here. It's possible we had lethal with Go Wide. Maybe I should have thought that through some more, but this play we went with feels so powerful that with a tapped out opponent, it just felt correct. Yeah, I mean Dragon, not Sarkhan. So interesting. With Ember Cleave on Sarkhan, we're looking at, or on the Dragon, we're looking at 10 just from that, and then 11, 12. Yeah, it's just lethal. Okay, just doing the math, but we'll do it on the Dragon token. Boom. Wait, I didn't cash in my Courier. Ah, value missed. Good game, good game. Deck is rolling.
I do my hair toss, check my nails. Baby, how you feeling?
We don't even know how much more dead they could have been, David, because we didn't get to see what we were going to draw. Did I? Okay, I spun today. That's good. Next up, Soski. Soski. Maybe we're not buds yet. Oh, except I know I'm out of slots anyway. Trying to find somebody to remove, but I keep finding people. I know all these people. Force of Nature. I don't know who Force of Nature is. You're gone. Good game, Lodash. Did that work? Soski. Yep. Hey, look, I don't even have to restart. What do you know? should Embercleave be cut for power level reasons? I mean, not if you're gonna not if Dream Trawler and that kind of stuff is still active. I think you can get away with the Embercleave high power level play. Oh yeah, it's not about cost. I'm just saying power level, right? Does it is it not? Is what it does not fun, right? And there's a lot not fun about getting Embercleave. There's a lot not fun about getting hit with the old Trawler. Oh, still weirdness. We'll try again. But now they're gone. Oh, there. Make me hungry, Tron. Again, lacking a 2-drop, but at least we have a Pump the Banneret. If we literally have nothing, if we don't draw anything for turn 2, we can do something. We would love a 2-drop creature, though. Courier will suffice. We'll take that. Might whirl. We had all sorts of options on 3, depending. Ah, look. I think we know where our Judith ended up. I like Banneret, Pump, swing in, and potentially trade. We get a solid creature back either way. Crater Maker is going to take out one of these. We can let the creatures go. We can let the cards on the courier go. Sometimes that just doesn't work out. Oh, I screwed up. I meant to do that pre-combat, of course. Now I cannot successfully get that grown, so maybe I'll just play the Chain Whirler and not risk it here. I could still send Banneret, I guess. If they want to block, I'll pump and trade. Let's do that. It's kind of a free attack with Banneret, but not so much the Courier now. And Acolyte, we could do that too. We have a blocker, although they just, if they kill the blocker, let's go. We're going to make the Chain Whirler. Against a Judith, black-red, presumably Judith deck, Chain Whirler looks like it could do some work later, but it just felt like the best play there since Arnie has haste. Well, a 3-0 start for me has historically then led to like a 3-3 tie. We'll see if that's the case today. I like this deck a lot, though. I feel like besides the 3-0 even, I felt good about it going in. So hopefully I can win the week. restore some of my pride. Chad has been beating up on me lately. Don't you? All right, Death Touch, I think we can live with. Ghost Quarter, interesting. I think Chandra's just not doing much here, but we can Arnie and threaten Arnie and Chain Whirler in here. I like that. That's fine. This Crystalline Giant is pretty scary. It could get lifelink and be a problem. Hexproof eventually could be a problem, although we're not targeting it with anything right now anyway. Next turn we have Banneret, Pump, and Chandra if we want it. We'll see what the situation holds. But 3 attacking 3/3s and some spare 1/1s could be good. Trouble is, like, if Courier were targeted, I'm not sure I would trade these 2 for this 1 card. So right now I don't even want the Courier activation. I don't even want to do it. There's the lifelink I was worried about. That's pretty good for them, but we can crack back pretty hard here. Some of our sparse removal would be nice as well. Well, if my first loss were to another reasonably aggressive red deck, that would be just so. Again, I don't want to sack this. We have to give up our hand, remember. We don't just get to draw cards. I don't know. Is everybody reading this? If we sack this, we're saying trade these 2 for this 1, and I don't want to do that. There we go. Let's torch this giant. Does this go to Planeswalkers? No, creature or non-land, colorless non-land? Yep. We took this instead of a 2-mana instant deal 3 because it had some removal to it anyway. So a little pricey. But I like getting rid of this giant right quick. And what do we want to offer here? Arnie for Triton? Nah. I'm going to just keep back now. And we'll see. Might do Courier activate. I don't know how much we care about this Chandra in this spot. Still being greedy, Mike, and wanting to like cast this, but maybe we're down. Like Chandra's doing little enough that we could absolutely make that play. I still think we'll have that play next turn and potentially on an empty hand. Ruh-roh. So Chandra is not protectable now, but without a sack outlet, we at least get our Arnie back and can follow up next turn.
I am out of here.
They had to commit all 3 to the attack, or we could do blocks. And now we have a pretty good next turn, especially getting our Arnie back and having a land to play here. So we kind of get to just do the thing here. This. I'll actually remember this time to pump the banneret.
The Hellion to start some fires.
And don't have instants to even get back with Chandra, so we're going to make elemental tokens.
Say hi to my fiery friends.
And do we leave anything back to protect Chandra? I say no. We're going to let this Chandra go too if they want to swing in both creatures and leave no defenses beyond whatever they come up with from their casting next turn. So let's get hyper aggro. You liked not pumping and trading in Bomat and playing hand? But didn't we do it anyway? I'm not sure exactly what you're saying, Tron. You wanted extra pumps? I don't know. Rider on Arnie is super interesting. They were trying to figure out which one to do here. All right, Arnie, see ya. Oh, leave mana to play Bomat cards? Sure. We'll get them anyway, though. And don't even need to activate it now, since it wouldn't give us any action anyway. We can decide what we want to do. Again, tough spot, because they want to pressure Chandra, but attacking both creatures and leaving only the Murderous Rider back is also tough. Crater Maker can get something, though. Crater Maker threatens both of these. They could go attack in, kill Chandra, Crater Maker, the Banneret, drop Murderous Rider, and then we're up against it. I mean, there's only so many things you can do with 4 mana and this many cards. I think they probably figured it out without my help. But we do get to threaten Murderous Rider with both of these creatures, so we're going to not cash in now. We can even still do the Phoenix. Ooh, we can't do Phoenix, Pump Banneret, Pump Courier. But we could still... They're not going to block with the Courier anyway under that plan. I'm going to go ahead and do it this way. All right, so they're trying that. And that means I'm just going to play the Phoenix and pass. Nightmare Shepherd is some good, but Murderous Rider isn't like ETB destroy a creature, and Phoenix is almost must block here. Courier, we can suicide in if they want to put Shepherd on Courier. We're fine with that. The Phoenix gets in there, but we're going to play the land in case we do cash in Courier. We're expecting to. Nice draws here. We can instigate and fire prophecy at instant speed, even pitch the mountain we have. Maybe we want to do it now. Shields are down-ish, and although we don't really like. I'll wait. I mean, this is red-black. I don't know what they're going to do to punish me for waiting. Maybe they sack it for value or something. Yeah, so now with Judith coming down, that's why I waited though, because I knew we can get Judith instead if we want. But Judith might not even matter as much as Ryder. What do you think? Yeah, feels like lifelink matters more than Judith being awesome, right? So let's just follow through on that then. Yeah, that's why I was deciding there, because if we didn't want to kill Judith, we want to kill the Rider. We obviously want to do it before Judith lands. Yeah, they could kill the Phoenix token if they can kill one of their creatures. We're not going to help them with that. They need to figure out how to kill their creature on their own. Little heavy on the old lands, but that's all right. We are playing 17 in a largely aggro deck because we are a little bit more mid-rangey than your typical aggro deck. I'm going to play the land. I don't know what it does, but I guess I don't know if we have any other card draw. I guess we have the first striker that can play something out of their yard. I'm going to Ghost Quarter to thin our deck. And here, yeah, we're not going to... We can just taking this. We want all of our creatures. Ooh. Is that enough? Enter the battle... No, I think we still just get to fly in for the win, right? They need something here for the Phoenix. Hell yeah. We'll get them dead before they can even block.
So you get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir.
That's for you, chat. Good game, Sasuke. Thanks for playing. I said good day, sir. Why does my record move around? I didn't tell it to move around. Who told my record to move around? Stop that. If I lock it, it doesn't let me click it to adjust it. I can never. All right. I really protected my gems this week, Mama. And the locks. Opalist is up next. What's that? Oh, I've been seeing that issue for about a month. I play so much limited on the account, Chris, I actually don't know when it happened, because I only noticed it the first time that I ever decided to play some constructed on the account. So it's really tough to know when it actually started. and yet it somehow thinks I have decks of, like, I can find decks. The decks are just not there, so it's really weird. Like, if they were just not there in any way, shape, or form, that would make some sense that, you know, the tool says I don't have any, but... Oppo going first. We're gonna keep one and keep this and hope for a land. We at least have a 1 and a 2 and a 3, even a 4 if we keep the land flowing. Uh-oh. Aggro on aggro violence incoming. Oh, that's tough. Tough, tough, tough. I could offer the Banneret, though, as a duress, effectively. You know, not a duress, because they get to choose. But if they block the Banneret, they have to discard. And then I can play a Shield Breaker to threaten another. I kind of just like throwing my creatures into this Hallowblade until they're out of cards, or we drop something bigger. Chain Whirler comes down and forces them to get rid of one. So I kind of just want to pressure the Hallowblade's discard ability. I could do that on defense if I'm going to, you know, they probably just take it. Like, that's the other thing. So maybe I leave Banneret back and threaten that discard type effect on D, and I'll just play the Shield Breaker to also threaten blocks. Of course, this is where the Opalist plays an artifact that I'd really like to kill, but I'm not curving out in this spot. That's true. Chain Whirler with the first strike keeps it down, even with the counter on it. This is my main reason to get into aggro white, by the way. So this exact sequence. 1 drop, 2 drop, turn 3, 4/4, pump your first 2 creatures. It's so good. So good. But we are going to drop our Chain Whirler, and it doesn't get any creatures. It doesn't even get the discard because of the Loxodon, but it does block the Hallowblade. So we're going to... And let's see... Although, it doesn't even really work because it then kills the Chain Whirler. So we were talking about how First Strike, quotes, deals with the Hallowblade, but it doesn't really. Because they discard, they give it indestructible, and then it kills the Chain Whirler. So this could be our first loss. It doesn't look good for us, honestly. So I'm going to still play the Chain... Well, maybe I'll play Arnie, given that. I mean, given that this doesn't successfully block this, I'm just going to play Arnie. Arnie and the 1/1 threaten the Loxodon. Not that we would necessarily do that, but it's an option. I am going to throw the Shield Breaker on the Hallowblade. And yeah, Chain Whirler could get some 1/1s, especially with Loxodon, because you want to fill your deck with cheap stuff with the Loxodon, but in this case, Broodmoth, ugly. Ugly times. Now, if they let it die, it returns with a flying counter on it. Do we even want that? Yeah. I'm hesitant to mostly, just because I think we're actually dead. Scott says it's fine. I mean, it's fine if we take a loss. But it is not fine in terms of how we're doing in this game. Our deck is disgusting, too. It is just mutual disgust here. That's true. We can Chain Whirler the 3/1. Do we want to? I kind of like Phoenix for eternal blocking, though. That's definitely a step towards stabilization. These fly. If we block here, Loxodon comes back as a flyer. We're just so dead. I mean, Scott, like, what do we do? What do you want to do about this? Are we blocking and let him have a flying one of these too? I mean, I guess maybe that's like we can't. We got to start trading off, or else what are we doing? Chump doesn't seem right. So I'm gonna block and try to kill the Loxodon. Maybe we come up with removal for the killer, and then the Phoenix can block us to victory somehow. But we need removal like now. Okay, well there's the removal, and we do get Prophecy and Chain Whirler here, so life is, we're not dead. Have to time it right. I mean, we just need this dead though, or else Phoenix doesn't block, so time it right means now. Yeah, Chandra can go away. We're not doing much with Chandra. If you wanted to wait till untap, I guess, like we could do it during their upkeep. Is that what you meant? Why not kill the Moth? Because we literally can't win if they. Oh yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah. Like, but yeah, we might just be. I might have had to do that, right? Yeah. Oh well. I mean, we're talking about a punt in an unwinnable game, so I'm not. I mean, look at this. Like, we didn't even have blocks to win next turn. So you can you can call that a punt, but punting unwinnable games is no big deal to me. All right, off the schneid, chat. Good job. You are not going purely defeated. Yeah, exactly. I mean, so suck your punt. Take your punt, chew it up, and swallow it, because Scott points it out. What do? We wait so that they tap it during upkeep? There was no out there, so unpunt, Timber and Math, unpunt. I like our deck too, Opolis, but it looks like nobody wanted to stop the aggro decks from getting all their stuff. Looking for Zealous Thoughts. Don't know if we're buddies yet. Let's see. Already friends? So then where are they? Says we're friends, but then they're not here. So classic arena. Oh, well, still, I don't have... That's weird. Why didn't it copy? Nothing's working. This might not be Watsy's fault if I literally have not added Zealous Thoughts as a buddy, though. A cut-paste error instead of a Watsy error. Come on, Chris. You know this thing has problems. Especially this buddy system. I don't know how you don't... do you find 12 new bugs with the buddy system every time you test for a new build? More bugs in the buddy system. Got another one for you. I'll try this way, although this never works either. That's really the way you have to do it, Chris. Just don't even look at it until they promise they're going to actually put some labor into fixing it. Well, there, that, we're trying it. All right, let's try it this way. Yeah, that challenge. The challenge never works. There's a bug for you, Chris. I just sent a challenge to someone we know is online and waiting for it. And as chat just points out, Zealous didn't see that challenge. What's the point of this button? Why do we have this? It doesn't work. F you, useless tool that doesn't work in my UI, tempting me to use. Gotta love having software waste your time. This is all for Chris, by the way. I know Chris is purely zen about it anyway. All Chris can do is tell the powers that be what's not working. I am, because I know I know Chris is just like, as if it's my fault. I just find him. Another weak opener in the sense that it's a little heavy. Do we keep this? I mean, we're not casting any of these soon. Embercleave is not being cast soon in this hand. This is a 1/1 for 1 until late. I think this is a mulligan. It's just not doing enough. This looks much better. Gonna be greedy and pitch a mountain here. We're 17 lands, 1 color, so we'll find another land to turn on the Chain Whirler or whatever. Although we're only 15 mountains, so we might find a non-red that doesn't work with this, but certainly a keep, and I'm not throwing away any of our action when we got 3 lands. White-green, another white-green deck. We've seen one of those. Not that this is necessarily 2 colors, just that they're at least white and green. 2 lands, 3 colors. Looking at some Bant. All right. There's our 3rd land. That's good. Carrie doesn't have haste, so we're going to hold attack first. See if we can resolve this. Yeah, this does feel like 3 years ago standard or whatever, right? Well, that's too bad we lost Carrie, but even worse that we're losing the Courier. Whoa, but now we're gonna get Ferocious. Yeah, we can see what we lost out on. Oh no, they're face down still. Interesting. Knight of the Reliquary is going to eat a Fire Prophecy. And might even get rid of the Sarkhan. We can't cast it right now. Yeah. Again, Ferocidon, a bit of a non-bow with a lot of the stuff in our deck. We just think it's good enough in terms of stopping life gain from decks that are going to do that. Tef probably has to send back the Ferocidon, but that means Chain Whirler is going to get him good here.
Suppose that's how it was meant to happen.
It is exactly how it was meant to happen, Tef. See you, Travis. Cultivate's great for an aggro deck to see at this stage, because it means they're probably not going to put much on the board here, although they could drop a land, come up with a 3, I suppose, that could be something. Let's see what they got left. Raven Form is going to be okay. Turning our 3 into a 1 is not great for us, but it's not the worst. Ferocidon is going to come down now, as opposed to Acolyte. Dream Trawler for the oh no's. Could be. Let's see it. Oh, there's that anger I was going to hate too. Why did you want Chandra first? What difference was it to you? I liked that Ferocidon was more damage. That was what I was thinking. And then we get these after anyway.
Not to brag, but I'm totally the best pyromancy student. Hey, these little guys are great!
I also like that against white, Ferocidon represented that no life gain clause. I think this is it. I can't see all their lands, but I'm going to presume we're good.
Say hi to my fiery friends.
All right. Anger was the card that was one of my biggest fears as the perfect foil against what we were up to, but we had enough behind to get there after.
I do my hair toss, check my nails. Baby, how you feeling?
Down to Magic Star. Fun Police have really pissed in this champagne because we have been stomping on all the fun, interesting things other people are trying to do as we just get really boring here. But boring has been working. Can't deny that. No 3-drop. Again, a little bit awkward. We got a Daredevil on 2, which is not ideal. Nothing on 3. But then we get some good action after that. I think the strength of the Embercleave and the Hellrider, even just being in the hand with 3 mana towards them, is worth keeping. Magic Star is mulliganed, so that's a bonus for us as well. Yeah, there is a Glorybringer in our deck somewhere, but have literally not even seen it in hand. I don't know if there's any other cards that we've literally not even seen from our deck. Fourth land ensures the Hellrider, but ideally we find something to do next turn off the top here. Dread Horde. Hey, how about Annex? You asked for Arnie or Chandra? Sorry, true, only Annex. Annex into Cleave is disgusting if everything lives here, yeah. Although we could even go Hell Rider and Cleave after. Oracle can block the Daredevil, though, so I think I will send in and do Cleaving this turn. Ideally, you want the Ember Cleave on the Annex, but here we'll take out the Oracle. I considered Rider first, Scott, but we would have had to have left the Daredevil behind, which maybe was fine. But, I mean, this also seems fine. Like, jeez. Why not? I mean, I don't know. I'm going on gut. My magic gut said do it that way, but I didn't have any great reasons, really. Here, if we go Hell Rider, we are accepting a Thief of Sanity coming at us, but Hell Rider really just forces blocks here. This has Trample. I mean, let him attack with Thief next turn, right? Yeah, we could play Phoenix, but I don't even care about this Thief. I think we just Hell Rider here. If Thief is attacking us next turn, cha-ching. I don't know how they win if Thief is attacking us. Annex must be chumped. Is Languish exile? Languish would still leave us with 3 1/1s and, or 4 1/1s and an Ember Cleave. Looks strong, like a strong spot for us. Let's see where we get. Drana, interesting. But I think we still have forced blocks with the Cleave on Annex, and don't have 2 spells on that front. Let's see, we can play Cavalier. That's not... Yeah, let's just equip up Annex and fire away. This doesn't have lifelink. Yep. Lot of ways to pick that one off. Final hair toss meme for you.
I do my hair toss, check my nails. Baby, how you feeling?
Look at that short-haired gentleman. I don't know who that guy is. Good game, Magic Star. That mulligan was rough on you. Well, if it's a big shopping trip, it should be a big shopping trip for chat rushing to their subs. Rushing to their subs. Right? You owe me subs because I went 6-1. You got to go shopping, chat. Yeah, at 6-1, I can vow to never buy the puppet. No, we'll leave the puppet on the tempting table. All right. Almost got the 7. Only lost to another excellent aggro aggro deck. Because you can't help it. None of y'all can help it. Like, Mike and Haj were pretty good at sabotaging me during the draft on Fridays, but everybody else can't help it. I understand. You're all gamers. You see a game in front of you and you are thinking about how to win it. What else are you going to do? All right. Let's say goodbye to our YouTube friends. Thanks for hanging out for that one. A good run in Cube there. Just shows the power of the red, really both aggro deck hookups. I mean, we crushed everybody we faced except the one other aggro mono deck, which got us on the front. They got on the front foot on us and took us down. So just keep that in mind. Powerful effects generally in mono red and cubes. Thank you. Look at all those Mama subs. Mama's holding up her end of the bargain. Thank you, Mama. Big shopping trip for Mama. Yeah, I can rematch Alias. You want to do? Does she want to do best of 1 or best of 3? Since it's off Gauntlet, we could go best of 3 if she wants. All right, we'll do a best of 1, and I'll challenge. Thank you so much, Mama. Free subs for those of you. Not free for Mama, free for the receivers. Hey, look, it's our Glory Bringer. Glory Bringer's like, wait, I got one more shot to show up. Oh, let me get out of your way. Forgot what view I was in there. Couple of removal spells. Shield Breaker. Ooh, I guess I'm going to go Daredevil over Shield Breaker. Although, let's see. Yeah, let's do that. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Sorry, not sorry. Now Alias goes for 2 creatures and we pick them both off. Now I kind of just want to get Annex going here. Which we will do. Yeah, this is a rematch with Alias. She said best of 1 because she's got a thing, but looks like we could have done best of 12 as we're currently running. That would have been funny, True. And Scott, yes. If someone had shipped Alias Mike's troll deck for her to load, that would have been Chef's Kiss brilliant. Annex, so good. Yeah, they got our good card, but we got 2 creatures behind. So good. Everything we have trades for their Sage. We can just kill the Cat Beast to keep getting in. We get Glory Bringer and kill the Cat Beast that way. And then pack 1, pick 1. We're not going to have 6 lands at our next upkeep, so we're going to hold this. And yeah, we'll do the all attack Except we're going to exert this. Neither of these go... Oh, this goes to face. So this is a potential face damage. Glasket is going to get Glorybringer? No, that's too big. Let's see. We can... Defiance. Actually, we can just go Prophecy, getting rid of Defiance. Oh, and look. Lucky, we drew Courier, and it's actually GG because of that. All right, again. How many more you want, Alias? I can turn red creatures sideways all day long. Thanks, though, Alias. Good games. Thank you so much to Alias V for joining us today and bringing some of her friends along. I love it when a fellow streamer gets to join us for the Gauntlet. Awesome. Did I already say goodbye to YouTube? I can't remember. If whatever, I played again, though, so I'll probably leave this in. If I've already said farewell, YouTube, I'm going to say farewell again. Thank you so much for hanging out for that one, and we'll catch you at the next draft. Take care. Have a great weekend. See ya on Monday.